来比拼出一个晋级的队伍。
是的，然后下一场呢？
胜者会是谁了？其实我觉得第一场的压力了解到的，像轩小博、小杨之类的，对吧？上场了之后，其实兼顾像木偶师的技能啊之类的，可能也会说，哎，我过来帮你扛刀啊，或者之类的，会比较有优势。但是
RD Hunter going against CCG survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Arms Factory. Looks like he's already making his way towards the middle of the map. We do see Kaib is on that side, and Hunter does look and see Panda has also the blood trails on the ground, and Panda is the first officer, will utilize his pocket watch right away. Hunter will be leaving and going for a different survivor. It does look like he's going towards Kuri, who is inside of factory. Kuri is leaving the factory. Hunter doubling back and going back to the middle. Panda has utilized his pocket watch, but he has used it when the Hunter was not there, so the delayed image effect isn't gonna be working. The Hunter will know exactly where the survivor is. Gonna use some clones to try to get some additional damage onto this survivor. Already has the red ball and the black ball. He needs to avoid the white area for this Hullabaloo. Will be throwing down that pallet and trying to transition away. Hunter breaking that pallet immediately and sending up a clone so that he has to get that white bomb, but was able to avoid it. Will be using up his second and last pocket watch to try and kite this out a little longer. Hunter will be following the after image of this survivor, doing a very good job with the pocket watches, but oh, it looks like the Hunter will be able to finally land his first hit onto the survivor. Another red ball, another white ball, and he just needs to be able to avoid a black ball, but the Hunter is jumping around, trying to get some cover within these walls. Hunter dropping down a peeper and slowing down this survivor's ability. He tries to vault, but the black area, it lands onto the survivor, and he will be going down for the first time. Cypher machines at 88, and 60%. Does look like two Cypher machines will be completed very quickly. However, wanted order is on Kaib, who is the gardener. Hunter is scouting out this area, making sure that there are no survivors. Will be dropping down a peeper. He does have tinnitus, so he knows that there is someone nearby, but is actually Ning going for the save. He's already making his way towards the chair, and Hunter was not able to stop him on his way. Hunter will be going straight for Panda as Panda tries to find some cover within these walls, but he is already able to get the black ball and the white ball on him. He's trying to get some more cover behind this corner, but he's doing a very good job avoiding additional hits. He's kind of stuck in this corner. Oh no, the Hunter is just waiting to change the placements of his colors, but he was able to leave and get out of that area. But it looks like he will be getting the hit and the down on the first officer once again. Very great precision on the side of the first officer, avoiding that one color by staying in that corner Cypher machine. He was a little trapped in there, but he was able to eventually get out and prolong his kite. We already see that Kuri is on his way to get the save. The Hunter will be throwing color bombs onto Kuri. He needs to avoid the red bomb, but he was unfortunately able to get that red bomb. Will need to avoid the white bomb, but he just got bombed right away, downing him and preventing the rescue. Kaib is coming in for the save. Will be utilizing her bubble to eat the damage so that she can make her way to the chair and get the save off onto the first officer. Was not able to land the white ball on him quite yet. She needs to get the save on this officer before he expires. Was able to get the save onto the officer, but she did take a hit. Hunter is staying on this officer, will be downing him right away as soon as he was rescued. The Hunter will be first chairing this painter because he doesn't want him to self-heal and get up. Hunter going right back to the first officer and securing his first elimination. 3 Cypher machines are completed. The 4th Cypher machine at 52% and the last Cypher machine at 34% with an additional Cypher machine at 20%. It looks like another backdoor save by the Puppeteer. Puppeteer utilizing his ability to eat some of these hits. He was able to avoid that hit with his puppet, but the Hunter is piling up more balls onto the survivors and downing this Puppeteer. 2 survivors available, but they're both at half health, so this rescue is going to be incredibly hard. We do see the gardener has broken the chair so that the Hunter has to go and fix this chair. Hunter will be throwing down a peeper in that area and will be disrupting Kuri's Cypher machine. Kuri is unable to decode, will be utilizing his first painting to keep the Hunter away. Hunter will be returning back to Ning to chair this survivor before he gets up again. Another peeper on that Cypher machine that the survivor survivors had quite a lot of progress. Hunter will be fixing this chair before he brings Ning back and sits him down on the chair. 3 cipher machines completed, the 4th cipher machine at 80%, the 5th cipher machine at 43, 2 additional cipher machines, one at 40 and the other at 30%. Hunter is going towards Kaib and that cipher machine, but he's not going to leave the chair too long since he doesn't want to allow them to get another backdoor rescue, but she is continuously putting pressure on the gardener's cipher machine. Now will be going towards Kuri. There is a peeper there, so if Kuri does approach the chair, the Hunter will know Kuri is trying to work on that cipher machine. Hunter will be chasing Kuri at this time, throwing a clone there. Oh, a wonderful painting placement by the painter. Hunter will be going back and forth, was able to avoid the painter, will also be breaking this pallet. Hunter is doing a very good job avoiding the painting, unable to stun this Hunter. Painter will be going back in that area, continuously looping that area because the Hunter needs to be careful. Oh, will be downing the painter. There was a backdoor save. The gardener was able to save the puppeteer, but this is the second chair for the painter, so the survivors' resources are slowly dwindling. The Hunter is bringing this painter all the way back to this middle chair because he doesn't want to allow that middle cipher to be primed. At the gardener continuously being sneaky, going back and forth and continuously breaking that chair. She is going to utilize her bubble, was able to eat the hit and is safe for now, and she needs to be careful. Got already a black ball onto the survivor. Hunter will be leaving and going back to Kuri, but before he picks up Kuri, he will be fixing that chair once again and picking up Kuri to take him right back to the chair. This is his second chair, and unfortunately he's able to struggle free. He must have had. So the Hunter has to chase this painter once again, and the survivors are just doing a very good job staying away from this Hunter. Was able to utilize his clone to get some hits and downing the painter Kuri right away, and is able to bring him to the chair, but it looks like he's going to bring him to a different chair this time, closer to Ning's cipher machine. We have 4 cipher machines have finally been completed. The last cipher machine, 2 additional last cipher machines, both at 80 and progressing greatly. Hunter is going towards Ning. Ning is trying to go towards the chair while the last cipher machine is being primed at 93%, and the Hunter is able to land a few. Oh my goodness, he's able to down the survivor cipher machines prime, but they weren't able to pop the cipher machine. He's bringing the puppeteer to the chair. Kaib is just standing and waiting, trying to get rid of the peeper near her cipher machine. Oh my goodness, he drops the puppeteer and they pop the cipher machine. They get up and the puppeteer is trying to go towards the chair and get the save off onto the painter. The Hunter does not have detention, so he is able to get the save and free the painter. Red ball and black ball onto Ning, and Hunter is just trying to land was able to land the remaining color and going straight back to Kuri and making sure that this survivor is also down. However, Ning does have self-heal to utilize, avoiding this painting once again. Painter just walking around, making his rounds and trying to avoid getting hits, but it looks like he's going to be down right away. This Hunter does not have detention, but it is still a very effective way downing these survivors incredibly quickly, not needing detention. Kaib has opened up that exit gate. Ning is on the ground. If he can heal, the dungeon is also in this area, but it doesn't look like he is able to heal, and he will be chaired, and that's a 3-man elimination for the start of RD Hunter.
怎么说呢？99秒，其实对于整局节奏来说，我觉得焦点就肯定是在于
救下来了，那就开门战有3个人，你有3个人情况之下，你就算能管。第一局的话，两边
怀表是能骗，但这局手不能缠着不好骗。
CCG Hunter going against RD survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Arms Factory. It looks like he's already making his way towards the middle, going towards Zenkai, who is the Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper will be going right into his shovel form, maintaining a safe distance from this Hunter. Looks like Hunter will be changing targets and will be going to the walls. However, there are no survivors in this area. He has to transition a little further away, using his clone to see the general direction of the survivor. There is a survivor at outside of that corner shack walls area. Hunter is not going to choose to chase that survivor, and it looks like he is going towards CY, who is the acrobat. Acrobat does not have borrowed time. He has a full kiting build. He has flywheel and knee-jerk reflex, so this is very ideal for the side of the survivors, and he does also have to actually kite this out, but we'll see how well he does in this chase. The hunter will be following close behind. He is able to make it to the pallet, throwing a clone near this pallet so that it can't be camped. A blue, not a blue ball, black ball, white ball. He just needs to avoid getting any red balls onto this survivor. He is doing a very good job staying out of the red zone of this hunter, and he's just really doing a very good job, yeah. And is buying so much time for the survivors. The hunter will be placing a clone there, but was able to get the red ball onto the survivor and will be downing him for the first time. And if we do look at the cipher machines, it is at 78%, second cipher machine at 45%, third cipher machine at 43%, and the fourth cipher machine at 11%. It does look like Pimpin's already making his way towards the save. He is the puppeteer, and as long as he utilizes his puppets well, he will be able to tank a lot of hits. It can be tricky with the timing, especially against the Hullabaloo, but he has already has his puppet formed to get that save onto the acrobat with Tide Turner. Hunter is injuring the puppeteer and coming right back to the acrobat, downing him right away. He does still have time to transition out of this area because he does have Tide Turner, but he will be going down. He is getting ready to use his balls. He does have quite a few still to use. Will be chairing the acrobat right in this chair for the second time. Cipher machines are now progressing quite well. Hunter is also pushing this knight away from his cipher machine, was able to avoid any injury and was able to save this acrobat once again with Tide Turner. Acrobat is trying to stay alive with this pallet. Hunter just jumping it all over the obstacles quite easily as Acrobat tries to utilize his bomb to get over the window into shack, throwing down that pallet. Looks like Hunter will also be jumping and trying to get more colors onto this survivor, a black ball and a red ball onto this acrobat. Acrobat will be returning to the matter if he does go down, so he's going to utilize all his items and try to transition out. Oh my goodness, he sniped him down with his clone, and he will be going down for the third and final time. We see Gravekeeper has already finished 2 cipher machines, the third cipher machine at 78%, the fourth cipher machine at 78%, and the last cipher machine at 36%. Hunter is making his way towards Pimpin. Pimpin is the puppeteer. He is at 75% injury, so a very ideal chase for the Hunter. Hunter will be throwing down some peepers, trying to find where this survivor is hiding, but is unable to do so. He will be running into him very soon, and it does look like he has located this survivor. Will be able to get that white bomb onto this survivor. Red bomb, he needs to avoid the black area, but wonderful precision on the side of CCG's Guaguasin. Will be chairing him for the first time. The third cipher machine will be completed very soon. Hunter is going to throw down another peeper here. The knight is coming in here for the save, and he will be utilizing his ability. Hunter is going to down this puppeteer. He was able to save from a distance with his ability and was able to get that save without getting any injury on him, which is very good for the side of the survivors. However, Pimpin is kind of getting caught out here. Has a black ball, red ball, white ball, and downing him once again. This is the second chair. Zhang Kai is in this area. Hunter is trying to push him off of that cipher machine. 4 cipher machines have been completed. The last cipher machine at 50% and an additional cipher machine at 14%. Gonna come back here and put Pimpin back on that chair for the second time. He was, however, saved before half, so he still has a lot of time on this chair. The survivors are pushing those cipher machines, so the additional cipher machine is now at 36%. Hunter going towards Juan and making sure that he can't finish that cipher machine. Juan has some predictions on the Hunter and is able to get both of them correct. And so the survivors are able to approach this chair and go for that save before Pimpin expires. Will be getting out of his shovel form and will be going for the save and is able to save the survivor. However, he has downed him immediately, and also getting the down onto Pimpin, who is the puppeteer. So that's a double down for the side of the Hunter. Hunter already making his way towards Huan, who was working on that cipher machine, was going to be able to catch him off on the right side. Gonna make 2 more predictions on the Hunter. Hunter is just going to be breaking this pallet and waiting out these predictions. And now the Knight has no more items here. He might have an item to work with, but he will be getting injury onto the survivor and downing him, and that's a 3-man down on the side of this Hunter. This Hunter is just working overtime and just downing these survivors left and right incredibly fast. He is going to go towards Zhang Kai and try to get him chaired before he is healed, and he is able to pick him up. So he will be bringing him to the chair closer to where he believes Pimpin has fallen. He might not chair him if he does plan on getting the slugging method and trying to down all the survivors. And it does look like he will be dropping the Gravekeeper, dropping a peeper so that he will know if the Gravekeeper gets up. Throwing the clone in the areas and trying to pinpoint Pimpin's location, and unable to do so. He is sticking around. He doesn't want to let the Gravekeeper get up so that he might get the save off onto Huan. So it looks like he's going to be picking him up once again and dragging him around the walls. He is able to struggle free since it was the second pickup, and he is going to transition away. Hunter is going after him once again. Is he able to make it to these pallets and gain some distance? But it doesn't look like he's able to do so, and he was able to get bombed by all 3 bombs, and he will be going down once again, which allows the Hunter to carry the survivor around like a prop while he looks for Pimpin. She has found the puppeteer. Puppeteer will be getting up since he doesn't want to let him pick up the puppeteer. He doesn't want to let him pick up himself, but unfortunately we'll be downing him right away. Hunter will be going back, but the survivors will surrender since there isn't much options left.
如果说手追心理，我觉得是放出来效果可能就不好，而且你看入殓师这个位置，它是。
CCG Hunter going against the RD survivors. It is going to be Opera Singer in Chinatown, immediately going into her shadow form and going towards the middle of the map. Huan is also in this area. He is the coordinator, but Hunter is not planning to chase that survivor. He does look like he's going towards Pimpin, and it does look like he wants to commit to this psychologist. Pimpin making her way towards the hospital while the Hunter is trying to catch up as fast as possible in her shadow form. Pimpin gonna stay and wait at this pallet for some time, is being very patient while Hunter keeps swinging. Will be able to get the hit onto Pimpin. Pimpin, however, is a psychologist, does have that stress effect, so she still will be able to take additional 2 more hits before going down. She is trying to make her way around this building. Will be taking the second hit as she transitions to the 2nd floor. She can utilize this pallet to maintain a safe distance away from this Hunter. Hunter will be breaking this pallet immediately in order to go through. Will be dropping down as Pimpin enters the hotel once again, able to get that pallet vault and transition right back into the 2nd story, making her rounds once more. Will be dropping down here in the middle of the bridge. Hunter will be following behind, was able to make another vault inside the rubble, but Hunter entered the hotel right away. She's kind of caught here out in the open, unable to make it to the pallet, and the Hunter will be downing the survivor for the first time. Cipher machines at 96, 78, and 65%. Hunter will be bringing her back inside of hotel. The basement is not in this area, so that is a relief for the survivors. Hunter is also going to be breaking this pallet here so that the survivor will have a much harder time when she is trying to rebound kite. We see the first officer is already here utilizing his pocket watch and entering the hotel. There is a delayed image effect, but Hunter is able to snipe out this survivor and get a hit. He was able to still save the psychologist before half with Tide Turner. Psychologist will be taking a hit immediately. Thankfully, it is not a double down situation for the survivors. Pimpin is trying to transition away while utilizing this Tide Turner effect. However, we can see that the coffin was placed on Pimpin so she can be revived without having a survivor go all the way to her chair. CCG is gonna be taking her right back to the chair. There was a little lag on the stream, and it looks like she will be getting revived with the coffin on the complete opposite side of the map. Hunter has to dash and make her way and try to stop the survivor. We have the coordinator waiting around to stun this. Hunter is trying to body block, will be taking a normal hit, still buying more time for this survivor to transition away. Hunter just entering the building and finding Pin on the other side, blinking and downing her right away. Wonderful prediction on the side of this opera singer. Just wow, it does look like the survivor stars are still gonna stick around. We have the coordinator with the stun gun, flywheel avoiding the hit, but she isn't able to make it to the pallet when she's making her second round around those obstacles and will be going down, unable to utilize her stun gun to save this psychologist. This is the third chair for this psychologist, so she will be returning to the manor. 2 cipher machines have been completed, the third cipher machine at 96%, the fourth cipher machine at 80%, and the fifth cipher machine at 83%. Hunter will be bringing this coordinator to the very corner chair outside of this building. On the map, CY is already making his way towards the survivor, but still at quite a distance, not trying to trigger tinnitus, but Hunter does have tinnitus already and is already making her way towards the survivor when he is quite a distance away from the chair. Was able to flywheel avoid hit. The Hunter misses yet again, throwing down that pallet. Wonderful patience on the side of this embalmer, and embalmer is at the chair. Cipher machines are at 97%, utilizing the stun gun and getting away. Cipher machines have been popped, and this is a 3 survivor endgame. The Hunter does have detention, so they will go down to a hit. CY throwing down that pallet and transitioning to the next pallet. Doesn't have a lot of areas to work with if the Hunter breaks this pallet or they have a mind game. Was able to vault, returning to a remnant and downing the embalmer right away. One exit gate is being opened at 26%. Huan is on the opposite side. Hunter is bringing this embalmer to the chair while the exit gate is being opened up. It's almost open at 80%, and the Hunter is making her way back to that cipher machine that is being opened. Will be teleporting to the opposite exit gate where the survivor was opening it up, returning to her minute, not allowing the survivor to get a free save onto the survivor. Hunter has found Zen Kai. It is the first officer, and he has utilized his watch to avoid getting any hits to a detention. Hunter will be going straight back to CY and guarding this chair. However, Huan is not planning to make that save, and he was able to open up that exit gate, and this is looking like a 2-man escape for the RD survivors.
因为歌剧演员他为什么强，就在于说他的位移可以弥补他很多的。对于 CCG 来。
RD Hunter going against CCG survivors. It will be opera singer on Chinatown, already making her way towards one of the survivors. She will be running into Kuri, who is the coordinator. The opera singer does not have excitement, so it will be very useful for this survivor when she uses the stun gun as she transitions into the building through the window vault. Hunter will be following close behind. There's other survivors in the vicinity, but Hunter is going to commit to this survivor, already taking the first hit as she enters the next building, going up the stairs. Hunter will be following in her shadow form, getting the stun gun from the second floor all the way to this first floor where the opera singer was, and a wonderful job in that aim, I guess. And she will be following this coordinator back down the stairs. Coordinator does not have any items, so she will really have to flywheel and doesn't quite make it to the pallet and will be going down for the first time. We see that these extra cipher machines are at 67, 56, and 40% will be chaired here outside of this mini second-story building. We do see Ning is also in this area already. He is the rescuer of this group, the mercenary, giving off tinnitus, so the Hunter can't wander too far away from this chair, also leaving a lot of remnants in this area, especially in this double palleted area where survivors usually go to rebound kite. It does look like Ning is finally making his way towards this chair and can't utilize his elbow pads, but will be eating a hit and getting the save before half with Ty Turner. Will be elbow padding away right away, not allowing this Hunter to get the double down. Kuri will be going to the far corner of this map and will be going down eventually when this tide turner runs out. She will be staying around at that pallet, but eventually just going down at the very far corner of this map as the opera singer puts her back on the chair for the second time. 2 cipher machines have been completed. We have the 3rd cipher machine at 48%, the 4th cipher machine at 25%, and the last cipher machine at also 25%. And Ning is back on his way to the chair for the save. He did get the heal off onto this survivor by the psychologist. Ning is making his way almost at the chair. It does look like he will be in time to make this save, but the hunter is trying to land some damage. Will be getting the first hit onto the survivor and getting the save. Kuri trying to stay alive here, utilizing that pallet and window, was able to vault and transition, but it doesn't look like she'll be able to get there in time and will be going down for the 3rd and final time. There are no harassers, so it doesn't look like there will be any support or harassment on the side of the hunter, so it does look like she will be eliminated and returning to the manor. Hunter is bringing the survivor closer to the acrobat cipher machine. 2 cipher machines have been completed, the 3rd cipher machine at 87%, 4th cipher machine at 81%, and the last cipher machine at 48%. Hunter is looking for a new target. Ning is at half health, but we still have 2 very healthy survivors. The 3rd cipher machine has just been popped. It does look like the hunter is going to be committing on this Acrobat 4 now. Acrobat buying a lot of distance. Slow vault was very dangerous, but was able to get over that pallet just in time. Will not be throwing down that pallet, will not being very patient, and will be getting the pallet stun and no injury on this Acrobat. Great patience and utilization of that pallet. Hunter will be going towards Panda yet again. It does look like she will be committing to this survivor, but he is still at full health, and it does look like the psychologist was able to heal up the mercenary. Hunter doubling back to her remnant and going back to the middle. It looks like she will be running into Ning. I don't know why I keep saying Ning, and will be chasing Ning for now. Oh my goodness. Will be throwing down that pallet and getting a hit onto the survivor right away. They just need to prime up these last 2 cipher machines. The 4th cipher machine is starting to finally get some progress, staying alive at this pallet. Will not be throwing down, elbow padding away. Hunter using her cloak to create the shadow and follow close behind, is buying a lot of time with these pallets, being very patient. Hunter swings but misses and gets the 2nd swing while the mercenary tries to throw down that pallet. Mercenary will be using that delayed damage effect to try and go down further away in this corner. Hunter teleporting to the middle cipher machine and catching 2 survivors in the vicinity. It does look like she will be going towards Panda. Panda still at full health, so he can utilize this time to transition away, bombing, using the white bomb to go over that pallet. Hunter is now on the psychologist. Psychologist will be taking a hit and not being able to carry any items. She will have to raw kite and transition away. Hunter is using the cloak once again to assist her shadow and dash closer to Kaib. Kaib is running out of options and will be going down for the first time. 4 cipher machines have been completed. The last cipher machine at 69%, but it is the middle cipher machine, and the hunter is not allowing the survivors to decode that cipher, so it looks like they will be starting a new cipher machine. It is at 10%. We do see the acrobat Panda is hiding in this area, has been found by the hunter, so he has to get up and go for this save. However, the hunter can just return to her remnant and go closer to the chair. Acrobat will be going the other way around, getting ready to utilize his bomb, not going towards the chair but back to this pallet. Was able to avoid getting further injury, but he's not able to approach this chair for this save. We see that the goodness, he'll get a terror shock. We got the backdoor save by the mercenary, and the psychologist has been rescued off of the chair. The survivors are going in opposite directions, trying not to be found by this hunter. Hunter will be leaving this acrobat after downing him and going towards Kaib, who is the psychologist, so it is the survivor that she's looking for. They are having a very hard time priming up this last cipher machine. Kaib will be trying to kite here. Oh, doubling back, returning to her remnant, and she has run into King while he was faulting. vaulting and will be getting another terror shock and downing this survivor. Meanwhile, the acrobat was able to get up and the hunter is cheering this survivor, bringing him much closer to the cipher machine. Panda is working on one of the cipher machines, and it looks like the psychologist is still trying to move around the map to a better location or to go for the save. Hunter is going towards Panda, who is working on that cipher machine. Gonna break a pallet here so that he won't be able to kite this. Hunter will be returning to the chair and trying to secure this down and elimination of the mercenary. Hunter has seen the blood trails of Kaib, so it's just a matter of time before she catches up with her. She was able to vault that pallet and go around, but there's no obstacles to work with. She is entering the next pallet but isn't able to make it. The save onto the mercenary was done by the acrobat. Another backdoor save, priming up that last cipher machine at 87%. It is going to be Hunter teleporting right to the cipher machine. He has downed the acrobat. The cipher machine is at 99% and the mercenary will get the pop, but he has been hit and he will be going down with that delayed effect. He is able to transition away, but oh my goodness, this acrobat did not have borrowed time, so this is a 4-man elimination for the RD Hunter.
没错，那哈吉米这边的话也是命中了18次，之后的话可能就能牵制，但是同样的在那个
邮差去了。
CCG Hunter going against RD survivors. It will be the Dream Witch in Ever Sleeping Town. She's already making her way towards Pimpin, who is the seer. She does have a lot of owls to work with, and he can continuously look back and get another owl, so seer is a very good chase. It looks like the hunter will be running into CY instead, who is the postman. Already the leech is on the first floor and he does kind of run into the leech. Hunter will be leeching the postman and the postman will now be leeched, and there will be 2 little girls going after him. He does have his dog fight ready but wasn't able to latch onto any of the hunter leeches quite yet. Hunter will be trying to sandwich him inside of the graveyard. Will be getting ready to throw another dog towards one of the leeches and is able to transition to one of these pallets, but he'll be getting a seer owl here so that he can transition out of this area. It's not the best area here. He will be kind of trapped, and the Dream Witch does also have blink, so it will be looks like he did miss his doggy bite, so the hunter is able to continue to pursue him, and he will get the blink hit on him right away as soon as blink has gone up. He wasn't able to get hit with his leech, so that means that the hunter can leech another survivor while going after CY, and the hunter will be leeching the mercenary and deterring that cipher machine. While CY transitions away, the hunter will blink with her main body to catch up with CY to bring her main body follower towards the survivor, getting ready to throw his dog once again. One of the little girls will be breaking that pallet, and the other girl will be going right through, and it looks like the 2 little girls are starting to catch up with this survivor. He is doing quite a good job, however, because one cipher machine has been completed, the second cipher machine at 95% and the third cipher machine at 63%. Doing a very good job staying away from these hunters, leeches, and keeping a very good distance away, but the hunter needs to catch up with her main body so that she can concentrate on the survivor blink hit, and he will finally go down. 2 cipher machines have been completed in the meantime, and the third cipher machine at 85%. It looks like the mercenary was able to also pick up his de-leecher and take out his leech, and they are finishing that middle cipher machine. Hunter will be picking up the postman and carrying him for the first time. While 3 cipher machines have been completed, the 4th cipher machine at 16%. Hunter still bringing this survivor onto this chair. The pallet on that side was thrown down, so she did end up having to go all the way around, which did buy the survivors a little more time. It does look like there's already a survivor, the mercenary, coming in for the save. We do see Juan is also the knight. He has wanted order. The hunter can see exactly where that survivor is. Terror shock, and is able to get the save off onto the survivor because he is a mercenary and he does have that delayed damage. She will be re-leeching this mercenary once again as he is going to fall down soon, and also be sending a leech towards him. So once he does fall down, her leech will be able to pick the mercenary right back up, while she also has a leech still on the postman, also keeping track of him. The mercenary's leech is looking for the fallen down mercenary, and the hunter is sending one of the little girls to the graveyard cipher machine. We have 2 cipher machines that are currently being decoded, 60% and 47%, but they are not being they're not being progressed right now because the hunter was also guarding those cipher machines. Hunter will be bringing the mercenary to the chair. Ooh, wonderful wonderful save by the, oh my goodness, the knight, but he got hit by the trap, and there is a little girl waiting to land a hit onto that mercenary, but it doesn't look like he will be landing any hit to the, not mercenary, the knight. It looks like she'll just be ignoring the knight and ensuring the down on this mercenary instead. She has lost track of the postman. Postman was able to get rid of his leech, and the predict for the leeches is making sure that this leech cannot hit any of the survivors quite yet. Mercenary will be dying near fake gate and making the hunter drag him all the way back. We see another leech is waiting around at the graveyard cipher machine so that the survivors can't decode that. They are starting on a new cipher machine. The last cipher machine was at 47%. The new cipher machine is being worked on. It is at 23%. The hunter has chaired Zhang Kai once again, and the postman is working on the second story middle cipher machine, and the hunter has leeched the postman as well. Knight has been leeched. The knight is trying to get the save onto the mercenary, will be taking a hit and getting the save off to the mercenary before he expires. Another prediction from the knight, and it was going to be the attack, and the survivors are being very cautious and careful. However, the mercenary will be going down. Knight still does have wanted order. He's at half health. The postman is at half health, and the only full health survivor is the seer in the so it looks like the CC hunter will be bringing the mercenary to the chair for the last time. 4 cipher machines has been completed for quite a while. They're just trying to prime up that last cipher machine. They have multiple ciphers. All 3 ciphers are being worked on. 85%, 69%, and 33%. Hunter is going to that middle second story cipher machine where CY was currently decoding. Will be sending one of her main body followers towards that survivor, and he was able to transition away. Hunter is also trying to make sure there aren't any other survivors working. Oh, cipher machines have been popped. And the hunter is, this is the end game. There are 2 survivors with full health. We see that postman is at half health, and it does not matter because the dream witch does have detention. The exit gates have not been touched. The dream witch's little girls are guarding both exit gates, and it's making it very challenging for the survivors to even start the exit gates. It looks like one of the survivors is going for Pimpin, another one of the survivors is going for Huan, which is the knight, and CY has finally been able to start on that exit gate, but it has stopped at 53%. Pimpin is still trying to approach the gate. CY is getting ready to throw the dog, was able to avoid that dog bite, and the hunter is just doing a very amazing job with this multitasking, going after 2 people at once, but that is something that the Dream Witch is extremely good at, so that is what she's doing. And it looks like CY keeps trying to touch that exit gate. It has progressed a little more to 60%. We have the seer still stuck in the graveyard, unable to do much. The dungeon is in this area, so as long as they can... Oh, that exit gate is being opened up, and it is open. 2 survivors can escape. The seer is in this area. The dungeon is... If he can just get an owl and make his way to the dungeon, that would be an... Oh, blink! And it's catching up to the survivor, and will be downing the survivor. So this is a 2-man escape on the side of RD.
限制是还是比较久的，117秒，而且这一局主要是
拿到的机会还是很大的，而且他是突然从楼上跳下来，然后你的对的。 永眠阵这种，如果你不是绕着那种大模型去走。
RD Hunter going against CCG Survivors. It will be Wax Artist on Ever Sleeping Town. So the win condition for CCG Survivors is they must get a 3 or more escape. Anything less than that will be the win for RD. So the minimum amount of eliminations for the side of RD Hunter will be 2. So that's his goal. He just needs to get 2 people eliminated and the win does go to RD. It looks like the Hunter already has his sights set on Panda, who is the prospector, gonna do the backlight trick while following this survivor. This prospector is doing a very good job avoiding hits, but accumulated quite a lot of hits there while trying to throw down that pallet, and he is moving back into graveyard. Hunter is throwing more wax towards the survivor, but he's doing a very good job avoiding it. There are a lot of tall obstacles. These gravestones allow this survivor to really keep. Oh, wonderful job. He outlasted the wax and he's back at 0 wax. Hunter utilizing warp to try and catch up. Panda being pushed to the outside of the walls of this graveyard is able to land more. Oh, getting 100%, but was able to get the magnet, but he pulled the Hunter close instead of pushing him further away, so he will be eating the first hit. And we'll be transitioning to the pallet. The window area over there is blocked off. We got Etymologist B sending the Hunter further away from this survivor, but he's kind of caught here because the windows are not available. There's wax on this pallet, getting 100% wax and downing the prospector for the first time. 1 cipher machine has been completed, the second cipher machine at 69 and the third cipher machine at 44. And one of the cipher machines are quite lacking because we did see that the etymologist bees were being sent across the map, so that did take up a lot of time. This is looking like the wildling will be coming in for the save. It is Ning, and he does. Oh, we have a backdoor rescue by Kuri. Wonderful job before half with Tide Turner, and he is able to take a hit for this survivor so that the prospector can survive a little longer. He does have another magnet recharge. Will be getting the wax bomb and getting 41% wax on this survivor. She's staying in this area, was able to land the magnet onto the Hunter. Will be able to stun him, but will be pushing him instead further away. He does have another pallet to work with. Hunter getting 100% wax on him as he's trying to vault that pallet and downing him for the second time. 2 cipher machines have been completed. We'll be cleaning up some pallets here, making sure that it's very hard for the survivor to rebound. We'll be getting more wax onto this wildling as he is on his board trying to harass this Hunter, getting 100% wax on the wildling. Got the hot wax and downing him right away. It does look like wax counters this wildling. He is able to get the damage on the wildling's main body and not the board, downing him right away. So amazing job on the side of the wax artist, putting this survivor back on the chair for the second time. We have the remaining 2 survivors are all in this area for the support. They need to ensure a 3-man escape, so they have to put everything, be extremely aggressive. Everybody's coming in for the save. 2 survivors are injured, only 1 survivor with half health, but now she has been injured and they're running to the chair. Wildly has gone down and they still got the save right before he is going. Oh, wonderful job pushing the Hunter to the bees, but was not long enough, so he was not able to get hit by the tram, but it would have been so good if it hit. However, this Hunter was very lucky and he was not pushed far enough, getting pushed away by the magnet. 2 survivors down, 1 survivor, the other survivor injured, trying to heal up this other survivor so they can keep their self-heal, but unfortunately will be going down. We have the wildling back up, was healed up by the acrobat going down. Wildling is on his board. It is his second board, so he still has a lot of time on this board, but the Hunter can just counter that with the hot wax. Was gonna pick up the survivor, was not able to free the survivor from the Hunter, and that ensures a 1-man elimination so far for this wax artist. This is looking incredibly good for him. Get the down on the wildling. All survivors still have self-heal except the entomologist. Entomologist just trying to stay alive a little longer, staying and hiding behind these gravestones. She has 25% wax on her, but she does have a lot of movement speed because she is utilizing her bees. Hunter will be getting rid of the bees. Another survivor has gotten up, but the entomologist has gotten down. We see that the acrobat is once again trying to heal up the wildling. Wildling is the only survivor with self-heal left, so the wildling has to get up and heal the entomologist. The acrobat doing a very good job maintaining a very maintaining enough distance, but getting the hot wax and downing the acrobat. This is looking like a 4-man elimination for RD Hunter. We do see that the wildling has gotten back on his board and he is heading towards the acrobat. Hunter will be picking up this entomologist and taking her to the chair. Wildling is on board. He dodges the dash and is able to chair this entomologist for the first time. Wildling cannot go down. He does not have self-heal. The acrobat also does not have self-heal. We see that the wildling is unfortunately gonna be going down to that wax. They will be surrendering and RD will be moving on. Congratulations.
对，最终完成一个4抓，10次击倒，还有一个局军淘汰人数3.67，就这样也是2比1的胜利。
那最终的一个小分也是
内撤，那么求生者他是没办法，所以干脆把佣兵给放在那里，但是。
PT Hunter going against ST survivors. It will be Goatman on Ever Sleeping Town. He is making his way towards Yi Jiang, who is the mercenary. Not the most ideal chase because he does have 3 elbow pads to work with. He may be changing targets, but it doesn't look like it because he hasn't changed directions. Is following the blood trails of this survivor. We're going to be using his cage right away. He's going to be able to get a hit immediately. He was not able to enter that mirror and end up on the opposite side of the cage. He will be utilizing his elbow pad to gain more distance. Hunter putting up another cage, catching him right away and hitting him very early down for the side of this Hunter. This Cypher machines barely have any progress. He will be dying on the 2nd floor, but Hunter will just be going up the 2nd floor and will be chairing him at the closest chair. It will be the 2nd story mini bridge corner. Hunter will be going towards Dango, who has a Cypher machine in the middle, but we also have Dolphin in the area that can possibly do a backdoor save. Will be putting up a cage. The painter is his next target. Painter has started his painting, was able to flywheel and avoid the Hunter. Hunter will be going back to the chair, making sure that there are no free rescues on this survivor. Dolphin utilizing his bomb to get right next to the chair. They have been caged. He will be getting a hit onto the acrobat while Yi Jiang moves up to the 2nd floor trying to get more distance. Cypher machines not looking very good. Gonna use up another elbow pad to maintain a safe distance, but Hunter just puts up a cage and that distance is reduced right away. Oh my goodness, amazing cage right onto the stairs. He was able to elbow pad away, but he's on the other side. Gonna go through that mirror once again, go through the mirror once again, but is not able to get away from this Hunter. But it was after the cage ended, so that was only a 25% injury. It does look like he is doing a very good on this rebound count. Will be dropping down to the 2nd floor, avoiding the hit, trying to break the cage. Gonna go through the cage instead. Hunter is gonna be following right behind. He's going downstairs. He kind of caught out in the open here, and he will be going down immediately. However, 1 Cypher machine has been completed. The 2nd Cypher machine at 92 and the 3rd Cypher machine at 66. 4th Cypher machine now getting progress at 7%. We do see that the survivors are all healed. We do see Dolphin once again going for that backdoor save, going around the building instead of right in front of the Hunter. Caught before he can get close to the chair. Hunter has noticed and set up a cage, getting ready to use up a bomb, predicting no, he will be breaking that cage and making sure that there isn't a survivor coming for the save. Dango, the painter, will be coming in for the save. He has a painting ready that he can utilize very soon. Hunter avoiding the painting. Wonderful job with the camera works. Will be setting up the cage and gonna get him down right there as he's trying to make that vault but unable to do so. This is the final chair for this mercenary, so mercenary will be dying as far away from all the survivors and Cypher machines while the Hunter brings this mercenary back into the chair and return him to the manor. 3 Cypher machines have been completed and the 4th Cypher machine is at 68%, the last Cypher machine at 2%. Hunter is changing. He was looking at the painting so that he will not be stunned if he is going to be going there towards endgame, since it is next to the exit gate. Hunter is making his way towards the tunnel area of the map. Dango is waiting at the next building. Yu is at the hotel bridge area. Hunter utilizing his cage to transition to hotel. She has been running into Yuo, who is the coordinator. She does have a stun gun to work with, will be getting the normal hit. Hunter does have excitement, so if she does utilize that stun gun, he will be able to counter it right away. Was able to avoid this. Hunter doing a very good job. Another cage blocking the mirror so that the coordinator will be using the stun gun and will be getting hit, but it was after the cages has ended, so it's only a 25% damage, and Yu is entering the hotel. Hunter catching Yu and downing her right away. Wow, amazing job on the side of this Hunter and this survivor. She was able to outlast that cage, but the basement is in this area. However, Cypher machines will be primed by the time they come for the save. It's looking very dangerous because it is a Goatman, but this is still possible. Oh, Cyphers will just be popped. They will not be going for that save for this. Oh, it's because the coordinator does not have borrowed time. The only survivor with borrowed time is Dolphin. Hunter is making his way towards one of the exit gates. It looks like he'll be running into Dango. Dango is trying to open up that exit gate. Hunter has not been able to get him down. There is a painting in the way. He swings as the exit gate is being opened. He's trying to crawl out, but the Hunter... What? Amazing job on the side of this Hunter, being able to hit before he gets the stun by the painting. We do see a backdoor save. The acrobat was able to save the coordinator. The coordinator is making her way up the second floor. Hunter is not going for that coordinator. He wants Dolphin, and Dolphin will be taking this kite, and he will be setting up another cage, going back and forth, but he's lost sight of... Oh, Dolphin is there. Dolphin will be throwing down that pallet and staying in the middle of the cage. Usually survivors don't do this, but Dolphin does have a bomb to work with, so it's not too much of an issue for an acrobat to stay at the blink hit, getting up to 75% damage because he is in detention form, so his 25% damage adds up. Will be downing the acrobat right away. Dango still on the chair. Yuo has escaped, and that is a 3-man elimination for the side of PT Hunter.
面对面的跟跛脚羊去搏板，我觉得反而是跛脚羊比较难受的，或者说就是有画家以及骑士，就看他先追哪个了。
ST Hunter going against PT survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Chinatown. In the first half, PT Hunter was able to get that 3-man elimination. So in order to tie this round, ST Hunter also has to get that 3-man elimination. If they get a 4-man elimination, they will be winning round 1. So we'll see how well this Hullabaloo does on this map. He wasn't able to see the survivor go to the second floor. Will be throwing down a peeper and making his way to the second floor. Will be running into Pindy, who is the painter. Was able to land that red ball with the clone. Pindy's trying to get up the stairs, but throwing another clone, forcing him to go to the first floor. Able to get the white ball and the black ball very quickly, and Pindy has been hit and damaged for the first time, trying to get a painting ready. He's trying to go back and forth on that window, needs to avoid the red bomb, but is able to get the red bomb. Wasn't able to finish his painting, and will be downing the survivor for the first time. Cypher Machine's progress, however, is incredibly low. 39%, 24%, and 12%. Pink Fan is already in this area getting ready for the save. It is the mercenary. He also had wanted order, so the Hunter just knew he was coming in for the save. Was able to get the damage on the survivor. He's gonna use his elbow pad to get to the chair. Doesn't have any balls on him yet. He has the red ball on him, white ball on him. He has a Seer Owl to make sure he doesn't get the double down. Hunter going back to the painter and making sure to at least down this painter. Painter was able to make that vault. Hunter is placing the peeper there so you can see the exact location of Pinty, and he does have a clone on the outside trying to get more damage on this survivor. Already was able to get a red bomb and a black bomb on this painter. Painter finally able to get that painting working, stunning the Hunter, maintaining a safe distance for now. Hunter is catching up very fast as Pinty tries to make it to the pallet. Will be getting ready for a second painting, and unfortunately will be getting that last color bomb on this painter. He will be going back on the chair. oh, it doesn't matter if he was safe before half because he'll continue where it at the progress, how much the chair progressed, because it's a painter ability. I don't know how to explain that. One cipher machine has been completed. Hachi is making his way towards the chair, but not gonna commit. And the hunter is continuously looking back and forth at the seer, but the mercenary is also coming in for a backdoor rescue. So the hunter is keeping tabs on both the survivors and does have tinnitus, so also knows that there's definitely a survivor coming in for the save. Trying to get the mercenary has made his way to the chair with the elbow pad. Hunter throwing and downing this mercenary, going back to the painter and trying to get more bombs on Pinty. He has already a black ball and a red ball on Pinty. He has to avoid the white ball, but he's able to get the white ball onto the painter, and painter wastes his last painting. However, he is going to expire because this is his last chair, so he just bought a little more time for the survivors. 2 cipher machines have been completed. The 3rd cipher machine at 59%, 4th cipher machine at 15%, and the last cipher machine at 7%. Hunter has changed targets to Hachi, who is the seer. He's going to try and get more bombs on the seer while going up. Oh, he needs to avoid the red bomb. He needs to be very careful. The mercenary still hasn't gotten up. He is making his way to the 2nd floor. Hunter is throwing and lands the red bomb. He needs to avoid the black bomb, and white bomb was trying to stay alive under the other side of the pallet, but he was able to flywheel and avoid the further damage. For now, he is transitioning away. He needs to avoid the white ball. Hunter will be dropping down right away. Seer being very patient, not going to the 1st floor and going right back up to the 2nd floor. Will be dropping down as soon as the hunter follows close behind, making his way back to the stairs, but will be getting that white color bomb and chairing this Seer for the first time. 3 cipher machines have been completed. The 4th cipher machine at 36, the 5th cipher machine at 90. We have a teleport right to Ping Fan. Ping Fan is already at half damage, so one more hit and he will be going down. Hunter wants to down the survivor right away, so he will not be waiting for that delayed damage and will be taking him to the chair right away. 2-0 is making his way towards the seer and is able to get the save, and they are going in opposite directions. Hunter is going towards 2-0 and Hachi is on the opposite side. Hunter has noticed this Knight. Knight will be using his predictions and will not be able to deter this Hunter. He's trying to make his way to the mercenary's chair, but he's just getting so many bombs landed on him. He needs to avoid the white bomb, but he was not able to do so. Seer is also making his way towards the bomb. We got a clone here trying to get more bombs on this Seer. Was able to get the Seer owl, so he will be able to make it to this chair. Hunter is being very patient, waiting for the owl to finish and then get the hit, but he unfortunately threw the black ball too quickly. Will be downing this Seer, however, and will be bringing him right back to the chair. The Knight was not chaired, and he is at healing up at 86%. Hunter is going back towards the Knight. Knight has gotten up. He does not have self-heal. The mercenary also doesn't have self-heal. The Hullabaloo just needs to down either one of these survivors, but he needs to first ensure that the Seer is going to be returning to the manor. No one can come for the save. The Knight does have that ability to save from afar but the distance does not really matter since the color area for the Hullabaloo is very large, so he can still land hits while he's getting the rescue. We see that the mercenary was not able to get the save. Not sure if he was even planning on getting that save, but the hunter has found the mercenary. Will be getting all the color bombs on him and downing him right away. He still has one elbow pad to utilize, but he does not have self-heal, so this is starting to look like a 4-man elimination. He did a very early down at the beginning. There was barely a rebound kite, not a lot of support happening. 2-0 is the last remaining survivor. He still has 2 more helmets to work with, and Hunter is just looking for this Knight. He is going to go towards the corners of the map, making sure that he's not in this area. He's slowly closing down, and he's going to be able to locate 2-0 very soon. 2-0 is going around the map towards the edges of the map, making sure that tinnitus is not being triggered. He's trying to make his way towards the mercenary. Wonderful jump right over the building right next to 2-0, and unfortunately the hunter will be seeing this survivor. Tuo has gotten the red bomb, the white bomb. He needs to avoid the black bomb, but the hunter is closing in on him and downing him right away. And this is a 4-man elimination for ST Hunter.
所以拖了一定的时间，但是对于密码机来说还是没有太大针对的一个阵容下，还是掏出了艾维。看一下这把应该会往中场先去干扰一下，然后再把
PT Hunter going against ST Survivors. It will be Ivy on Ever Sleeping Town, already sending her ghost towards UO, who is the Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper is the only survivor with Ty Turner, so the survivors do not want this Gravekeeper to be chased. Ghost will go to the second floor. It looks like she will be finding Dolphin, will be infecting him and teleporting right away. Dolphin taking that window vault and leaving towards the graveyard. The Ghost is standing back a little, gonna go to UO and infect him, deterring the Cypher progress. Main body will be committing to the Seer. Will be recalling her ghost and leaving him inside of the graveyard. Seer going around the outside, and it doesn't look like he plans on coming back into the graveyard. Unable to sandwich this survivor, she will just have to walk and catch up to him as he transitions to these next pallets. The ghost will be going close by, trying to get some scare onto the survivor. Will be able to get 100% corruption and will be able to get the first hit on the survivor with an additional 44 scare afterwards. Corruption afterwards. The ghost is going towards Dango, trying to infect and deter that Cypher progress, while the main body is still going after the Seer. Seer still has an owl to utilize, so he can still be taking more hits before going down. The ghost has come back and is latched onto the Seer once again, teleporting to the Seer's tablet while the Seer is going on around the outside. 100% corruption, unable to utilize his owl. He will be going down. Cypher machines at 80%, 59%, 47%, 6%, and 8%. It looks like she will be cheering him here in the graveyard, sending the ghost off to Jiang's side. Will be infecting the psychologist. Yuo is making his way towards the graveyard, needs to be careful. There's a tablet on his way to the chair. He will already be in his shovel form, and he will be avoiding this corruption area and going all the way around. The ghost is waiting by for this survivor to come out and save. He can still infect this Gravekeeper because he doesn't have any cooldowns on. Will be taking the normal hit and getting the save before half with Ty Turner. The ghost is going towards Dolphin once again, wants to secure at least this one man down, and will be teleporting to him, and as he transitions towards the dancing geisha area, is staying alive, gonna utilize his owl and make this vault. Will be going back and forth, trying to keep safe distance and obstacles between him and this hunter. Hunter can see his exact location, so he can't really mind game her. Will be taking the hit and will be going down. One Cypher machine has been completed, the second Cypher machine at 94, the third Cypher machine at 71, the fourth Cypher machine at 59, and then we have the last two additional Cypher machines at 7% and 6%. Will be cheering this survivor on the will be teleporting and infecting the Gravekeeper, downing him immediately. Wonderful job with the aggression on the side of this Ivy. Will also be bringing him to the chair, and Dango seems to be coming in here for the save. Hunter will be teleporting back to this chair, trying to deter this save from happening. He was able to use his helmet, but was not able to predict it correctly, but he was able to still get the save on the Seer. He does have the shield on, so he will not be going down immediately, but that shield has already expired, and the hunter has once again leached Dolphin and is going to blink, and oh, he missed the blink. He got the flywheel on by the Seer. A great job, but he wasn't able to make it to a different area to stay away from this hunter, so he will be going down for the third and final time. Two Cypher machines completed, the third Cypher machine at 86, the fourth Cypher machine at 79, and the last Cypher machine at 7 with an additional 6% Cypher machine. The Gravekeeper was able to heal up by a survivor and still is keeping his self-heal. Will be teleporting to the Gravekeeper and will be taking the hit and trying to jump down and create more distance away from this hunter, making his way back into graveyard. There's a tablet that nearby that the hunter just teleported right to, so that the Gravekeeper can't enter the graveyard through that window vault. Hunter sending her goes to the psychologist, was able to infect her and is not going to be committing on her. The main body is committing on her, but the ghost is going towards Dango and trying to stop that cipher machine. Psychologist has already finished 3 cipher machines so far. The 4th cipher machine is so close to being done. They just need an extra last cipher machine to be primed. Will be teleporting to the infected Knight. Dango, the ghost is still on him, getting the 98% corruption. She just needs to get 2 more percent and she can get the hit onto this survivor, but she's also sending the ghost away. We have the predictions on the Knight, wasn't able to get either of them and will be going down immediately. 4 cipher machines completed by this psychologist, and the additional 3 cipher machines are being worked on, trying to prime out at least 1 cipher machine. We have 50%, 37%, and 6%. Hunter has chaired the Knight and is sending her ghost towards Yuo, who is working on that graveyard cipher machine. He's going to be able to take that window vault to keep the Hunter from infecting him. For now, we do see that the psychologist is waiting around, feeding tinnitus, gonna get ready to save this Knight off of the chair. Hunter is going to be taking a hit onto the psychologist, and she was able to get the save before half. Doesn't have any tide turner, so can't assist him, but he did utilize his helmet once again, was able to correctly predict her not making a move, and was not able to make a second prediction, so the Hunter will be going back on Dango. The ghost is now latched onto you. He has not latched on anymore. She just got off, and the ghost is coming and being sent to, well, the Hunter has teleported to the graveyard while the ghost goes back to Yi Jiang, who is the psychologist, infecting the psychologist and trying to stop that cipher machine from getting worked on. The main body still waiting around graveyard. She is aware there's a survivor here because she does have tinnitus. Yuo was waiting around at that pallet. Hunter will be breaking this pallet immediately and pursuing this survivor. Will be teleporting to Yi Jiang's cipher machine and trying to stop her from working on that. And the additional 6% cipher machine is now moving up to 20%. The ghost is back on the 2nd floor where Dango was. Ghost is going back to you. She's just doing a very good job with the multitasking, going and camping all 3 cipher machines. She's able to get the down on the Gravekeeper, and this will be his 2nd down, but he wasn't chaired, I believe, so he will be going on the chair for the 1st time. The ghost is going towards Dango. He is on the 2nd floor, and Yi Jiang is on the fake gate cipher machine. Dango is taking that vault and going to the 1st floor. The ghost is going back to Yi Jiang and trying to infect her once again. The Knight is making his way around the graveyard, going towards the back, trying to get a sneaky backdoor save, but the Hunter is aware of this and is guarding the opposite side of the wall, and the ghost is being sent towards the Knight. This is starting to look very scary for the side of the survivors. Oh no, the Gravekeeper has expired and he has left. The Hunter will be teleporting to the psychologist. The ghost is standing by at this cipher machine. Both cipher machines are being camped. There's only 2 survivors left in this game. It's looking like a 3-man elimination for the side of the survivors. Both survivors are at half health. This Hunter has such good mobility around this map. It's just a matter of time unless they can somehow prime up that cipher machine. Blink, but she misses her hit, dodging it and living for a little longer, misses another hit, and she's able to vault and transition away. The ghost is making his way to the it doesn't look like the ghost is moving. Dango is going to the 2nd floor. Hunter teleporting to the 2nd floor, predicting Dango's movements, and he will be dropping down off the side of the stairs and trying to make it to the next pallet, but the pallet here is still available, and the ghost is also on the survivor. Will be teleporting to the wrong tablet and is unfortunately not able to get much. Oh, but does get the 100% corruption and downs this Knight. Knight, however, does have self-heal, but now the slugging has started and she will be going for this psychologist. Psychologist is making her way towards dancing Geisha. The dungeon is in this area and the Hunter is aware of this survivor. It looks like she's going to be picking him up and taking him towards the chair. Is she confident in downing this survivor? But it doesn't look like she will be chairing him. quite yet. He has been able to... She has dropped him down. He hasn't struggled quite yet. She will be teleporting and going to the psychologist very soon after she brings back her ghost and makes the ghost stay near the knight. Yi Jiang is in the corner house trying to keep the hunter away from the knight so he can utilize his self-heal. She is making her rounds and hiding towards these two pallets. One pallet has already been thrown down and destroyed. The second pallet is now being thrown down and destroyed, and trying to maintain safe distance away from this hunter. The knight has gotten up and utilized his self-heal. She can just switch away from this psychologist and just down this knight. That way she will have all the time in the world just to down the psychologist. He was working on that cipher machine. There is a cipher machine at 92%, but getting 100% corruption and downing him immediately. Now all the hunter has to do is just chase the psychologist, and it is the end for the survivor. Psychologist is going to the opposite corner of the map. Hunter has not quite located her yet, but it does look like the ghost is going in the correct direction. She's going back towards dancing Geisha, and she was able to infect her and teleport to her right away. The ghost is latched onto this psychologist. Psychologist is trying to make her way to Dango to possibly heal him, but blink down, and that is a 4-man elimination for the side of PT Hachi.
不管怎么样，对吧？也已经是看到这个正墓碑，大不了吃一刀可以坐车，开局60秒的一个牵制时间还是非常。这一首歌曲就是
ST Hunter going against PT survivors. In the first round, we did see that PT eliminated 4 people, so in order to tie round 2, ST Hunter has to get a 4-man elimination. However, they also did win round 1, so even if they do tie or lose, they still will be tied overall, if that makes sense. It will be Opera Singer on Ever Sleeping Town was gutting after the Acrobat. Acrobat used his firebomb to transition into this pallet. Hunter will not be able to attack for some time, but she'll just be breaking this pallet instead as the Acrobat makes his rounds, getting ready to use up his next ball to enter into this pallet. Hunter will be walking right through that mud ball, barely slowing her down, and will be breaking this other pallet as the Acrobat has a 2-second cooldown on his next white ball, but he will be able to utilize now, throwing down these pallets. Hunter just go ahead and breaking all of them as he transitioned to the next pair of pallets. Oh, there's only 1 pallet here left, and he was able to successfully avoid the hunter and use the bomb to go to the other side of the pallet, and is going in this narrow alleyway. Was gonna flywheel, was able to make it. Hunter swang, but wasn't able to get it. Pallet stunning the hunter. This Acrobat is just doing such an amazing kite, and as he transitions back to the corner house, Hunter will be catching up in her shadow form, is able to get a second red bomb and place it in front of that narrow entrance so that the hunter cannot avoid that firebomb. Will be eating it, could not use her abilities, but will be finally eating the first hit. 3 cipher machines are almost done, so this Acrobat is buying so much time for his teammates. He is running into Hachi, who is the fire investigator, blocking the area off. Hunter blinking right through because he wants to at least confirmly wants to down this Acrobat. Will be vaulting that and still staying alive. Acrobat has no more bombs left. Hunter will be breaking this pallet, unable to get this last hit onto the Acrobat. Acrobat able to make it to the next pallet, but unfortunately will finally be caught. However, cipher machines are looking incredibly good. He also made the hunter use up the trait, not to down him right away, but just to go past the fire investigator's ball. So just wonderful coordination and teamwork on the side of PT survivors. Ping Fan is already coming in for this save. He is the first officer, already utilizing his pocket watch so that he can go closer to the chair before the save. He is gonna have a lot of time still on the chair, so he isn't gonna make the way to the chair quite yet, but he will slowly make his way towards the chair. Hunter is trying to figure out where the main body is, keeps swinging but misses. Was able to get the save, but getting the hit onto the Acrobat as soon as he is saved off of the chair. but he does have Tai Turner. The fourth, oh wonderful, pallet stun once again. We have the fourth Cypher Machine at 63, the fifth Cypher Machine at 47, and YC will be dying at the far corner trying to buy more time for the survivors. And if you look, the Hunter only has first presence. She doesn't even have full presence yet. So that's just how well this acrobat has kited. Cypher machines are progressing very well. The fourth Cypher machine will be completed very soon. The fifth Cypher machine at 72. We see the first officer was not hit, so he will just be, he was going through a chest box, but he will be utilizing his pocket watch and getting ready to go back for the save. We'll be eating a hit here, but the last Cypher machine is at 92%, so this will be the end game with 4 survivors. He was able to get the save, getting the hit onto the first officer. Cypher machines have been primed, and this is the end game. 2 survivors are injured, 2 survivors at full health, but the Hunter does have detention. Wonderful flywheel, avoiding the Hunter's hit once again. Hunter has changed her trait to teleport, so she will not be able to blink down the survivor. She's just making the rounds. He is doing a very good job staying alive. Oh, wonderful, returning to a remnant and being able to down this survivor for the third and final time. Exit gates are almost open at 85%. Hunter just needs to chair this survivor and teleport away, but the exit gates are open. 2 survivors are leaving. The fire investigator's ball hiding, blocking the exit way and the dungeon escape, and that's a 3-man escape by the side of PT survivors.
那穷者在选择了这么一个可以去突破勘探原料的木偶师，还有大房的邮差。
PT Hunter going against ST survivors. It is going to be Soul Weaver on Arms Factory spawning in the shack going towards Dango, who is the prospector. So usually the walls corner is a very good kiting spot for survivors, but if the Soul Weaver places his webs everywhere, it's going to be very hard for survivors to continuously loop in those areas. Doesn't look like the Hunter is okay, is going back towards Dango, switching and going back towards the middle. He does see the blood trails of a survivor, but is continuously looking back. It looks like he'll be entering the middle walls. It will be continuing to go right past it, and he is making his way towards UO, who is the postman. He does have flywheel, knee-jerk reflex, and he doesn't have borrowed time, so that means he has a full kiting build. Hunter changing targets once again. Soul Weavers sometimes do have a long time to choose their target because it also gives them times for their web to fill up so that they can have a lot of webs and then down the survivor very quickly. And as you can see, he's starting to utilize all his webs, and he's going to try and down this puppeteer. Puppeteer in his puppet form will be taking the hit, so only at 25% damage. He's throwing down these pallets so that he could vault them later on, and the Hunter is just following him on foot for now, not getting any webs yet. We have the wildlings already on his board and trying to protect this puppeteer. Hunter is going, oh, and he seems to be running into the puppeteer wildling, trying to get the dash but not able to land it. Will be blinking and hitting on the puppeteer, so now the puppeteer will be going down in the next hit. Wonderful utilization of blink. We still have the support from the wildling. He was attempting to put a web in over that pallet. Will be taking a hit on the boar for the wildling. The boar will also be eating that web and making sure that this Hunter's movement speed isn't as fast. Hunter will be spitting but not able to land the spit onto the survivor, but will be able to get the survivor down with a normal hit. 1 Cypher machine has been completed. The second Cypher machine at 85, the third Cypher machine at 40%, the fourth Cypher machine at 25, and the last Cypher machine at 9%. The first chair for the puppeteer, we do have the wildling is the rescuer for the team. His boar's cooldown is also over, so he's already gotten on his board and is making his way towards the chair. He is also the only survivor with, gonna get a dash in there so that he can make it to the chair faster. He's the only survivor with Tai Turner. His boar will be taking the hit, and he will be eating one of the webs for the survivor, getting a spit hit onto them, and was able to get the save. And trying to body block, he did swing and get the swing onto the puppeteer, and so the puppeteer will be going down for the second time. Thankfully, the wildling only has 25% damage. Hunter will not be going after this wildling. He'll be going after this puppeteer, securing his down if possible. We see the prospector throwing a magnet and freeing the puppeteer, trying to body block for this survivor. Was getting the spin and down on the puppeteer. Another magnet is latched onto the survivor, and he's attempting to gonna bring the hunter and stun him once again, but the hunter did drop down this puppeteer, so he wasn't able to release him. We have the wildling missing his dash and unable to do much. Hunter just is just gonna web this survivor instead of taking him to the chair, because he doesn't want to allow these survivors to harass him. So it looks like he will be in this area with 3 pallets. Survivors are having a hard time approaching this hunter as she is heavily guarding this survivor, and he's about to expire very soon. Hunter getting a lot of speed boost by going back and forth, and the prospector getting the save onto the puppeteer. He's gonna try and throw down that pallet and taking another hit. However, the puppeteer is able to make a lot of distance. Hunter, however, will not be leaving this puppeteer, keeping his sights blink and hit, but he didn't. He got the puppeteer when he was in his puppet form, so he was able to tank a hit, and he will be going down in this next hit, but he was able to utilize his puppet once more after getting saved, getting the spit, but not getting the spit, and trying to make it back. The prospector has gone back up, stunning the hunter. Hunter has lots of movement speed. He used a lot of the webs, but they're force healing. The last Cypher machine is at 97. Terror shock, but the Cypher machines pop, and this is the end game with all 4 survivors. Another wonderful magnet by this prospector, just wonderful support, and the hunter is back onto the puppeteer. This is looking like a 3-man escape. Was able to bump into the hunter and down this puppeteer, but puppeteer was on the other side, buying the survivors a little more time. Exit gates, however, are still not open. Hunter is bringing this puppeteer as close as possible to that exit gate. Exit gate is around 60%. Hunter is able to chair this survivor, and the exit gate is almost open, 90%. Hunter is going towards the exit gate. Hunter has detention. The exit gate doors are open, and all 3 survivors are able to get out.
就是你没抓邮差，邮差在外面破译速度还是在零的落地，对吧？等你传过来就防安维，我觉得人格加点上得去防了。像他们前面有拿心理追击流了。
ST Hunter going against PT survivors. It will be IV on Arms Factory. For the win conditions for PT is they have to get a 3-man escape or a 4-man escape. Anything less than that, ST will win. So as long as this IV can secure a 2-man elimination, ST will be able to move on. It looks like she's sending her ghost towards Factory, where she will be running into YC, who is the coordinator. Coordinator was infected, main body teleported. The ghost is still on the coordinator. She's going to be walking backwards into the window, forcing the coordinator to go outside towards the pallet, unable to utilize the Factory, which is a very great area for survivors to loop, but she's doing a little mind games here, and she'll be transitioning away from the pallets to the next. Will be able to utilize her stun gun and get the 100% corruption, and was not able to hit the survivor because she was still stunned. Great timing of the stun gun, was able to avoid another hit here. Will be throwing down these pallets. Hunter will be breaking these pallets right away. Another pallet here for the coordinator. Blink hit, and finally getting the first hit onto the survivor. Corruption at 92%, so she has to be very careful not to get a scare. One scare and this survivor will be getting 100% corruption by that teleporting to the survivor with that infection and downing her right away. The first Cypher machine at 79%, second Cypher machine 74%, third Cypher machine at 48%, and the last Cypher machine at the last Cypher machine that is being worked on, which is only the 4th Cypher machine, not the 5th Cypher machine, is at 8%. Will be chairing the coordinator and sending her ghost off towards Hatsu. Hatsu was able to finish that Cypher machine, so the hunter will not be infecting him. There isn't a point in infecting a survivor if their Cypher machine is already completed. We see that it was the airplanist Cypher machine. Pink Fan is already making his way towards the chair. Hunter will be infecting the wildling. He is getting ready to save. He was able to get the save with Ty Turner getting the flywheel to make her way to the window. Is able to make it to the window. Hunter is gonna recall her ghost and send it towards the coordinator. Coordinator has been infected, and the ghost is still latched onto the survivor, so the hunter knows the exact location position of this coordinator. It's going to be very hard to mind game around the walls if the hunter is latched on. Was able to get the scare and get the terror shock while she was vaulting that window. 2 cipher machines have been completed. The 3rd cipher machine at 93, so it will be completed very soon. The 4th cipher machine at 56, the 5th cipher machine at 14%, and an additional cipher machine with 8%. It is the 2nd chair for the coordinator. Ping Fan is still in the area. He is the wildling. He has gone already on his boar. Hashu is already also making his way towards the chair. The ghost is waiting around Hashu's cipher machine. Infected the wildling. It does look like the survivor's plan. The airplane is to go for the save. Airplane is using his jetpack to get closer to the chair. Airplane is getting the save with Ty Turner for the coordinator. Coordinator, however, does not have any items. Hunter teleporting to another tablet, walking backwards, trying to catch the survivors off guard, but she is able to make that fall. It was very close. If Hunter swung, it might have actually hit, but it looks like the airplanist is body blocking for this coordinator as this coordinator tries to transition into the walls. The 4th cipher machine has just been completed. The last cipher machine at 80%. Blink and trying to down it. Oh, and correctly aims and downs this coordinator, and this coordinator will be going down. So now the survivors there will be 3 survivors endgame, but this hunter has detention, so this is looking more favorable for the side of the hunter. They will be popping the last cipher machine. Hunter teleporting right away to the postman. The exit gate is being opened, so Hunter just needs to get 1 more survivor down. So if she can just down the survivor with detention, she doesn't have to play the mind games at the exit gate. The exit gate is open. This is a race to who gets to there first, but the hunter is faster, and she does end up downing the postman. The wildling is on his boar, and he has gotten away. The ghost is waiting around the walls, and the postman is being taken back to the chair. The survivors have to get a 3-man escape, so Hashu will be waiting nearby. The ghost is looking at the surrounding area, has found the airplanist, will be infecting the airplanist, bringing the ghost back. Ping Fan is also in the area. The exit gate in this side has been opened, so if somehow the survivors manage to get this save and safely body block for the postman, they may be able to get this 3-man escape, but the hunter still has detention, so it's going to be very challenging. Oh, getting the down onto the wildling, the save onto the postman, but downing the postman right away. The only survivor up and running is the airplanist. It's looking even worse for the side of the survivors. They have to be aggressive, so they have to take this chance, but it doesn't look like Hashu has much choice. Will be infecting and teleporting 100% corruption and downing Hashu as well, and that's looking like a 4-man elimination for the ST Hunter. Will be doing some more cheering, but the survivors will surrender, and ST wins this matchup.
6比3都出现了，没错。那我们来看一下赛后数据啊，Y星队也是牵制100也是翻了一波，就第2回合1比8，第3回合又8比1，又翻回去了。
跛脚羊在第一手领选，那就得看他前期的一个决策了，因为他这
RD Hunter going against SD survivors. It will be Goatman on Ever Sleeping Town, already making his way towards Dolphin. Nope, he's gonna go towards Yijiang, who is the first officer, has seen the blood trails, getting his cage ready. Unfortunately, used the pocket watch right away. It looks like the hunter was actually trying to make him use up his items, and successfully doing so, he will be leaving and making his way towards Dango, who is the painter, but is doing a very good job hiding, and the hunter did not notice the survivor. He'll be going towards Dolphin instead. Dolphin is the acrobat, and he will be able to avoid this hunter if he utilizes his bombs very well. Hunter setting up a cage. Dango getting ready to use his bomb, will be going to the other side, bombing the red bomb, trying to cancel out the hunter's abilities. He will be walking right through and is able to vault that window and kite out this cage. Amazing job on the side of this acrobat. Hunter Hunter, however, has enough resentment for another cage, so he will be setting up another cage, getting the hit while the acrobat did use fly well, wasn't able to time it just right. Hunter setting up another cage and getting ready to hit this survivor. He has a brown bomb ready, blink hit and downing him right away. And that is the first down for this acrobat. The Cypher Machines, we have the first one at 67, second at 59, third at 40, and the fourth at 12%. Hunter has the wanted order on Dangle, the painter. However, Shi Jiang is coming, taking the long way around, going all the way around the building. Hunter does not see this survivor, so he is able to approach the chair a little closer than where he was. Hunter is just going to wait around and wait for this survivor to come in for the save, setting up a cage, and double cage is able to hit the first officer and get the save off onto him with Ty Turner before half. Oh, wonderful job with that terror shot, backing into his cage and downing the acrobat right away. Acrobat still does have time left on his Ty Turner, so he'll be transitioning away from all the survivors and the Cypher Machines. And it looks like he will be dying in this very corner. One Cypher Machine has been completed, the second one at 90%, the third one at 61%, fourth one at 30%, and the last one at 14%. Dangle has wanted order once again. It doesn't look like the first officer is coming for the save, but there is UO who is coming for the save, and it does look like the first officer is being saved by the painter, while UO is not gonna be coming closer quite yet. He is the embalmer, and the hunter does have tinnitus, so he is aware there's a survivor coming in for the save. He was able to locate the painter flywheel, avoiding a hit, getting a cage up. Painter going back and forth. He's stuck in the middle of the cage, will be eating that hit, and the save on the acrobat was done by UO. Hunter has to go back and try to secure this down on this acrobat. They have survivors healing up, UO and another survivor. We see that Hunter is after Yi Jiang was able to land a hit onto the survivor, the first officer, and is looking for Dolphin. Dolphin has entered the hotel, was not inside of the cage, got the hit while he was going outside the cage, and is able to transition back into hospital, getting his bomb ready to vault over this rubble window. Was able to vault over, but there is a cage ready, and the hunter also got an additional 25% damage. Blink hit and will be downing him, and this is the third and final chair for this acrobat, so he will be returning to the manor. Basement is also in this area, but this is not necessary because he will be returning to the manor. Regardless, we have 3 Cypher Machines have been completed. The fourth Cypher Machine at 75%, the 5th Cypher Machine at 63%, and an additional Cypher Machine at 34%. Hunter is making his way towards Dango, who is making his way up to the 2nd floor. Hunter looking back, making sure that there isn't a better target to go after, but it does look like he will be going after Dango. Dango was able to set up a painting and is able to break the cage, but he's kind of still too close to the hunter. Was able to dodge, but will be going down, and the 4th Cypher Machine has been completed. The last Cypher Machine at 82%. It looks like it is going to be the end game with 3 survivors available. UO is waiting around that red building, but keeping his distance because the Cypher Machine is not quite primed. It doesn't look like they're able to prime up that 82% Cypher, so they are priming up that 58% Cypher Machine instead. Oh, then UO has to make sure not to be seen, but Hunter has noticed the embalmer going back and forth and eating the hit while going into the mirror, and the hunter is setting up another cage. Wasn't able to get the embalmer quite yet, but will be getting him very soon. Embalmer will be resurrecting himself right away in the coffin, but the coffin is right next to him, but the chair is also right next to him, so he can run and try to get that save. Cypher Machines are at 99%. Hunter set up a cage so that he can't make it to the chair. He's going back and fourth. He got the terror shot, but the Embalmer did have the coffin ready. Oh my goodness, Cypher machines were already popped. Yuo has gone down, trying to go back and forth. He's trying to stay alive at this one. Flying wheel and was able to go back. Hunter setting up a cage and finally gets the hit onto the painter. The first officer, the only standing survivor. Hunter will be picking up the Embalmer first, sharing the Embalmer. First officer has opened up that gate very soon, will be opening up that gate very soon, and has opened up the gate, and this is a 3-man elimination on the side of RD Hunter.
随着大副的出门，这一把也可以看到 ST 在一个比较极限的情况下拿到了1出。
他就比较干脆嘛，对吧？
他的
比较简单指流都被发挥出来了嘛，对吧？
是的，是的。
这个闪现，然后在前期他的喧嚣的话，真的是熟练度非常，把大房的一个密码机给锁住嘛，然后第一时间来追击失楼啊，或者说。
ST Hunter going against RD survivors, it will be Hullabaloo on Chinatown, already making his way towards Pinpin, who is the psychologist. Not the most ideal chase, because you do have to hit her 3 times before she can go down, but if you can down her fast enough, it won't be a problem. We'll be throwing a clone towards her, but changing targets towards Zenkai, who is the first officer. First officer has already used up his pocket watch and is trying to stay away from this Hunter. Hunter changing targets once again, but going right back to the first officer. First officer utilizing his watch for the second time, but it was not well the Hunter was looking, so his after image is the same as his normal image. Will be utilizing it the third and last time, was able to get the hit onto this first officer, and he is running out of pocket watch, but it doesn't really matter because the after image isn't that far behind. The Hunter is going to land not quite yet any bombs on him, but using the clone, he did get the black bomb onto the survivor, getting the red ball, white ball right away. Wonderful job in rotating that color wheel. Will be chairing the survivor for the first time. 1 pocket watch left to utilize, so he can still rebound. Kite Hunter is going after CY, who was working on that Cypher machine. However, CY will not be coming in for the save. It does look like Pinpin is coming in for the save. The psychologist is still quite a distance away. He was not. Oh, he is able to find her as she's making her way to the chair. She is being hit already. Oh, she's gonna be hit with the red ball and the black ball, getting the second hit and able to still get the save with Tide Turner, but she's running out of areas to run away to. Will be doubting the psychologist and going after this first officer. Oh, jumping over that building, ending up right in front of the first officer. He's going into this corner here, rotating the wheel of color and downing him right away. Wonderful double down on the side of the ST Hunter. He will be bringing him back to the chair for the second time. He is the only other survivor with Tide Turner, so there aren't any more Tide Turners left. Oh, we have the coffin resurrection by the Embalmer, so he will be being resurrected at the area in the exit gate near Hotel. Hunter is throwing the clone at him. He did utilize his watch, so he does have a little bit of leeway into getting out of this situation. Gonna use his watch one more time. Hunter may just want to wait out this watch and catch up to him on foot. Gonna be a little careful not to be too close to the survivor. Is finally able to land a white ball onto the first officer and able to land a black ball, and he just needs to land a red ball, and this first officer will be going down for the third and final time. 1 Cypher machine has been completed. The second Cypher machine at 83, the third Cypher machine at 46, fourth Cypher machine at 38, the fifth Cypher machine at 24, and an additional Cypher machine at 15%. Hunter is making his way towards Yuan, who is the acrobat or the fire investigator. I think it's the fire investigator. Did the ball shape kind of confuse me and make me think it's an acrobat? Yes, but he is able to wall off this Hunter. He'll be jumping right over the obstacle, and he's getting a clone to get ready to land some white ball onto the fire investigator. And the fire investigator is doing a very good job placing another bomb. Hunter will be getting rid of the ball. and he's trying to loop this area, but the hunter is catching up, able to land the black ball. He just needs to land a red ball and is able to do so, getting damage on the survivor and downing him right away with the clone. Great precision on the side of this ST. Hullabaloo will be bringing him to the chair where RC is decoding, successfully slowing down the cipher progress. 3 cipher machines have been completed. The 4th cipher machine at 79%, the 5th cipher machine at 48 and 15%. RD is sticking around. He is at full health. Hunter gonna jump to the 2nd floor, but CY has already left and has made his way towards the chair. Was able to get the save, but already has a bomb getting injured onto the embalmer. Embalmer is trying to prime up that cipher machine, unable to do so. Hunter is still going after this fire investigator. Fire investigator just needs to avoid getting the white bomb. Is doing a very good job staying out of the white zone and is being able to continuously vault this pallet. Got a clone so that he can't vault that pallet with the white area in that clone in the corner, and the hunter is able to down this fire investigator for the 2nd time. However, 4 cipher machines have been completed. The last cipher machine at 81 and an additional cipher machine is being worked on because they can't finish that 81% cipher machine. The psychologist Pimpin is coming in for the save. We can also see the dungeon is inside the tunnel. The last cipher machine is being not worked on. It looks like the survivor is going somewhere else. Not sure because we don't have a camera on that survivor, but the hunter is on this psychologist and is able to get the black ball and the white ball backdoor saved by the embalmer and is able to save the fire investigator. This is something looking very good for the side of the survivor. Cipher machine is primed. Hunter had left the chair for way too long. Cipher machines have been popped, and this is the end game with 3 survivors. This hunter does not have detention. He was able to down this psychologist. Will be teleporting to the exit gate. The survivors are not quite there. Was there and actually left and is entering the hotel. Psychologist is healing up, and the hunter has seen Yuan, who is the fire investigator, once again. He is going to throw down this pallet and try to kite long enough for the psychologist to get up and for CY to open up that exit gate, and he is able to make it to this pallet. Hunter jumps and down him with that great precision and ball landing, and the psychologist has gotten up. The fire investigator is chaired for the 3rd and final time. Hunter is going towards the exit gate. The exit gate's open. The dungeon is there, and that's a 2-man escape for the side of RD survivors.
对，这地窖的位置确实是压得比较克制，但是艾维处理的办法就是我，这里
一个十字悬点，
没错，有梯形的。
RD Hunter going against ST survivors. It will be Ivy on Leo's memory. She's going to be sending off her ghost towards factory, where we see Dolphin is already making his way to the 2nd floor, while the main body is going towards what looks like shack at the moment. Hunter was unable to see the blood trails of the survivor. He is just crouching and waiting and hiding in the 2nd story. The main body is going towards what looks like will be Yijiang, who is the Gravekeeper. He does have a lot of shovel to utilize. Not the most ideal chase. Will be infecting this Gravekeeper. He will be leaving the corruption area. Will be going into his shovel, and the corruption is increasing. Was hit out of his shovel, but he was able to transition towards Shack. The ghost is now going towards Dango, who is the fire investigator, and the main body is still going towards Shack near the Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper is lagging a little, it seems. He wasn't able to make that window ball. Will be throwing down that pallet and will be transitioning far away, and we have a pause and we're back. It looks like the ghost is going towards Dango, and the main body is following the blood trails of this first officer. Will be infecting the fire investigator, while the Gravekeeper was able to go back into his shovel and keep a very safe distance away from the hunter. Hunter is just following him on foot. The ghost is guarding that fire investigator's cipher machine. The Gravekeeper is circling this container this area, and the ghost has been recalled. It looks like she is going to be committing to this gravekeeper, get the 100% corruption and downing him right away. The Cypher machine is at 94, 83 and 79%. First time for the gravekeeper to be on chair. It doesn't look like there is wanted order on any of the survivors. The hunter has sent the ghost towards the prisoner, finally finding him inside of the factory, but he's already finished his Cypher machine. Dango has already finished his Cypher machine. She's trying to go around this map and infect these survivors, but the kite was very well done and long enough for 2 survivors to finish their Cypher machines. The third Cypher machine at 81, a new Cypher machine is being worked on at 8%, and the additional 5th Cypher machine at 4%. Hunter will be teleporting to UO and trying to get a hit onto the survivor. Was able to get 59% corruption on the survivor. Oh, she's going to teleport right back. Looks like Dolphin was making his way towards the survivor, but will not be going. And it looks like the hunter will be infecting Dolphin and going towards Dolphin, and will be committing to this next survivor. It is a blink hit and is able to land on the survivor. The ghost does still leech onto the survivor, so the hunter does know exactly where he is. He has to be careful and gets 100% corruption and downs this survivor. Does not look like basement is in this area, however, so there won't be that danger, but he will be chaired for the first time. 2 survivors all around the map, quite far away. Hunter is sending her ghost towards Dango. Dango is the fire investigator, will be infecting him while he leaves that area so he doesn't have more corruption. Yuo is going to the second story from the outside and attempting to make the save, is coming in closer. He can drop down, is still hiding behind the walls. Hunter only has tinnitus, so she knows there's a survivor here is infecting the chair, which Dolphin is at. The ghost has gone and infected the acrobat as well and is still latched onto the survivor. And the main body is baiting the survivor, trying to make him jump down, which he will eventually do in order to get this save. Hunter sending the ghost off towards Dango, and it doesn't look like the main body is going to be able to get any more. Oh, it looks like the acrobat has finally made its way to the chair. The corruption is building up. He needs to make the save, and he was able to make the save. Getting the body block as well. Yuo will be using flywheel to escape, and the infection onto the fire investigator. Hunter is recalling her ghost and going after Dolphin once again. Dolphin was saved after half, so if he is chaired, he will be going down. Will be infecting Dolphin, getting 100% corruption and downing him, and that's already a 2-man elimination. 3 Cypher machines have been completed. The 4th Cypher machine at 96%, which will be completed very soon, and the last Cypher machine at 59%. Hunter already sending his Cypher, the ghost towards the fire investigator, but fire investigator already finished his Cypher machine. The ghost looking for Yuo and going towards her Cypher machine. It is at 42%, and he will have to leave the Cypher machine. Was infected, and the hunter will be teleporting and getting straight teleporting once again towards Yuo. Was able to use his black bomb to get away from the hunter and make it to this pallet. He has 2 pallets to work with. The ghost is still on the fire investigator, and the main body is following this. Will be teleporting to the fire investigator. Fire investigator able to get out by vaulting, but 100% corruption, allowing the hunter to hit the fire investigator. He's going to utilize his ball to dash away, but the ghost is still on him, so she can still see exactly where he is. She's not going to be able to lose him anytime soon. Getting the 100% corruption with the scare, but oh, he was still too far away and wasn't able to land the hit to down him completely. Hunter will be going back towards the second story of the factory. There aren't any survivors here. Hunter will be sending her ghost towards the Christmas tree Cypher machine, while the body goes to the corner Cypher machine, and it looks like the hunter is going to be chasing Yuo for now. Yuo has 2 white bombs to work with, and he is getting ready to utilize them once the hunter. It was looking like the fire investigator got rid of the tablet. As soon as he got rid of the tablet, the hunter infected him and downed him immediately, and will be getting rid of his ball. He has 1 ball left. Will the hunter also be getting getting rid of his second ball. He will have no items to utilize. We'll be carrying him to the chair. It looks like she is going to chair and not go for the long slugging method. Once they get up, we use self-heal, get them down again, but I think she's confident in getting this 3-man elimination. Getting some infection onto the Acrobat is able to get 12% corruption. Acrobat doing a very good job kiting away from this Hunter. Hunter walking backwards. She will be breaking that pallet. Acrobat is waiting at the corner because he doesn't know exactly which way the Hunter will be coming from, so he's being very patient because he is the last hope. He is able to get some more corruption onto this Acrobat at 52%, going back and forth between the ghost and main body while trying to down this Acrobat. He's getting ready to use his red ball. He is able to bound, throw it down and gain more distance away from this Hunter, but it's not, the Hunter is not in any rush. He's going to be able to flywheel and not be able to make it to the pallet, and that's a 4-man elimination for RD Hunter.
那来看一下我们那一波追的比较舒服吧，就那边拿刀很快，然后就他的一个前期节奏必须对他选十字的话，那你哪儿都躲不了。
就一个叠贴脸了，快终结。
ST Hunter going against RD survivors. So in the previous round, the RD Hunter was able to get that 4-man elimination, and in order for ST to continue to round number 3, they have to tie this round. So that means that ST Hunter has to get a 4-man elimination. Anything less than a 4-man elimination is going to be a loss for them. So the pressure is on the Hunter that they chose. Will be Geisha on Leo's memory, is able to throw down that pallet, and she will be breaking it immediately. Transitioning to the next pallet, the Hunter is being patient and also breaking this pallet. There are no more pallets to work with, so the psychologist will be moving away to the corner. There's another pallet here. There is a butterfly that the Hunter threw down, and the what's her name? Psychologist has picked up both butterflies. Hunter was able to dash and hit the psychologist as she transitions to this wall's corner. There are 2 pallets and a window to work with, so she may be able to buy more time. She still has to be hit 2 more times. We'll be getting the second hit onto the psychologist, and the psychologist's stress ability is still being utilized. If she hits the psychologist when her stress is still there, that means when she rebounds and gets saved, that stress will still be there and will help her with the rebound kite. The Hunter will be getting another pallet stun onto the Geisha, and so the Hunter did allow the stress to wasn't able to down the survivor before that stress was used up. Is just going to go around and not use the butterflies quite yet. Did swing, get the pallet stun, but she did get the down onto the psychologist. Cipher machines, one has been completed, the second one at 90% and the third one at 82%. She will be dragging the survivor to the middle of the map so that she can pressure these cipher machines. See why the prisoner does have wanted order. Hunter is going towards that prisoner's cipher machine and will be abnormaling it, decreasing the cipher progress all the way to 42%. However, there was a backdoor save. The psychologist is up and running once again. She does have tie turner. She was saved before half, and the Hunter is back on. The survivor was being very patient and is not going to walk through those pallets. Was able to dash and miss the psychologist. She was able to make it past. It does look like she has knee-jerk reflex, so she did have that speed boost. Another window vault and able to avoid another hit by this Hunter. She needs to start. Oh, wonderful pallet stun. Oh my goodness, she's getting so many pallet stuns on this Geisha, and Geisha using the butterfly. Another miss as she faults the pallet. Hunter is just going to break this pallet. She's going to be transitioning to the next pallet. She's going to need to find a way to down the survivor, but she's just doing such a good job. Oh, she walked through the pallet. She was not afraid of getting another pallet stun. It looks like they won in the mind games at this time, and she will be chairing the psychologist for the second time. 3 cipher machines have been completed. The 4th cipher machine at 48 and the fifth Cypher machine at 45. The Cypher machines are progressing quite fast because they do have that prisoner finishing other people's Cypher machines and helping other people's Cypher machines. It looks like the airplanes will be taking the hit and will be getting the save before the psychologist expires with Tide Turner. Another pallet stun by the psychologist, winning most of the mind games on this pallet. Wonderful butterfly dash and downing the psychologist right away. The Tide Turner effect is still up and is going to end right now. Did kind of mess up that butterfly, but she will be able to still pick up the psychologist and cheer her for the final time. Cypher machines have been primed and popped, and this is the end game with 3 survivors. Remember, RD only needs to get 1 man out in order for them to win. Geisha's late game might not be the strongest because she does have to wait for these butterflies and these dashes. She is making her way towards CY, but both exit gates are being opened. CY open it up to wonderful stun and pallet stun by this prisoner, just doing a very excellent job teleporting to the opposite exit gate. It was so close to being open, but it is Zankai. He elbow padded away and he has a pallet to hide behind. Hunter trying to find the survivor behind these walls is able to continuously avoid the Hunter's line of sight for now, but the Hunter has caught up but missing the charged attack. The exit gates are almost open and they're open, and that's a 3-man escape on the side of RD survivors. Congratulations to RD for qualifying for COA.
没错，恭喜 RD 晋级到我们深渊的呼唤8群。
这个心里的砸板真的是拉满了，然后球头还砸了一下米，他的那手艾维非常关键的一个4抓。
比较精彩的对抗啊，但是 RD 这边可能说运营上是稍微
拿下了这场的比赛。
没错，也是比较意外吧，能够2比0。
RD 战队成功的拿到了我们这样的一个晋级名额。